here's my heart. Here's my part. We can patrol all LA parking garages. We can patrol all LA or all California um, ammunitions. This is literally 2 in 1.
Yep.
Can we
Alright.
patrol the ammunition stores?
Yeah. Alright, who's trying to help me escape? Let's get.
No.
It literally says 24-hour parking. This is nothing for ammunition.
I'm just trying to do a recruitment event, dude. I'm a recruitment
What?
event OC.
I want to see if my character still, if my other character still has a bow out for them.
Where's the fucking undercover cop going? He's
Oh.
wandering around like a fucking idiot.
Hello. Damn it. I don't have a bullet anymore, fuck. Yeah, I was hoping for a 1.
You don't have a bolo anymore?
No.
That
Sadness.
sucks.
We need to
Maybe it was
recreate that.
limited.
We need to recreate that scene.
Which scene was it? You shooting at me?
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay.
And then but we get together count with like that puts me for some reason puts me in a car without a cage, so I strangle them.
Can
Or
someone...
we can.
Hey, Emilio, are you able to turn off people's activity?
No, I don't know. I think I can, but I don't know how to do it.
You should find out. Oh,
my,
and
my,
slash duty admin. Can I do it?
like.
Huh?
Maybe we can. When we're on our other characters, maybe we can do your idea. Slash cop tires, cop car tires.
Do what? Top water tires?
Do you like get a partial answer?
Slash cop, like use a knife. Slash the tire.
Or we can slash public safety
No.
tires as
No.
our MC characters. Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
I'd rather do a cop. I'd rather do a cop.
Why?
Because I want a warrant.
Yeah, but if you do it to SCPS and they call it LEO, and you do it to the LEO once they get there, easy shit.
Yeah, but like for example, like at the Gallery Observatory, we
Genius.
have a contract.
Actually, that's actually kind of cheap.
Because
It's kind of smart.
accessible, yes, and yes, it's publicly accessible, but it's also contracted, so that lets us operate within a legal gray area. At least that's per the.
So pretty much what you do is you
like,
slash the
legal area,
tire,
that's taken care
I'll
of.
be waiting in a
But,
car,
yeah,
you get
but
in,
what
we'll
I
drive
just
away.
said
They'll
was not
hopefully call
outlined,
911,
where the
we change cars, once the cop gets there, we come back, slash his tire, you get in, and we go. Make sense?
Okay.
And hopefully
When do you want to do this?
hopefully it
Thursday
works as
night?
planned.
You want to do this Thursday?
I'll see if I can Thursday night. I'm doing something for school.
Oh, sure.
I don't have school Friday.
Hi, do you have any questions for me? I can tell you anything
no,
about
no.
South Coast Public
No.
Safety.
I'm good.
Since this is a South Coast Public Safety recruitment, I will still recruit even if I'm in cuffs.
I'll take you for.
Huh?
I'll take you for friendly problems.
Yeah, I got you. Hold on.
Executive order makes no sense because even if something.
These lights are blinding as fuck. Oh
I got you. Don't worry. I'll post the ad for you.
It's a gray area.
No, to be honest, if they arrest me for resisting, I did not resist. I just wanted to know the reason and why I was getting detained by a fucking civilian. Because they didn't show me the credentials.
This is unreasonable detainment.
I know, it really is. I said no, that I wasn't contracted here because I didn't know and they did not give me time to check. And he never showed me his credentials and still told me to face away from him. He told me that I was resisting detainment because I was not facing away from him, but he never told me why, and he never showed me his credentials.
I mean, there are some. This executive order, I don't really fucking like it, just because the iguana gray
No,
area.
we're talking about the executive order.
It's like the same thing for fucking. Like,
That executive order
they're
is just.
still considered private property. And
Man.
people can do whatever the fuck they want without breaking traffic laws, unless security there tells them fuck off.
If I just go walk over there and sit,
Which then obviously law enforcement can't get involved. But then if there's like a shooting that obviously occurs here, then we obviously can legally
I'm walking away. I'm bored. I'm all listening.
What is that Boston?
You don't question buses.
There's just so much gray area with fucking like private property stuff.
Can I get a copy of that contract sent to me?
You sound disabled.
oh, the PDV's open! Give me enough cuffs so we can go.
Got a fucking spot on the back of my arm. It's fucking pissing me off.
I wonder who lesbian is dead is.
I'm not fucking, no, I'm trying to just pinch it and fucking get it going because it's pissing me off.
Put an X on it. Is it like a mosquito bite or something?
No, it's not mosquito, but I'm not in fucking Africa.
Okay, so the bottom one, signed contracts, that's like actual where you have
Sorry.
documented contracts, and then
Lotion on it.
the ones above that
Fucking sat down.
are basically all quote unquote unofficial contracts, but they're still contracts just with no certified business owner, because I was told by the great godly knight, the god called Knight, you know, he said that those places can be claimed if they're not owned, just so I can't go too crazy.
Sorry, I'm currently attacking myself.
If only
Hang on.
people stayed here at the recruitment, this would never happen.
Oh! Sorry.
Or just
You
multiple
good?
of us would have been detained.
Oh, no. Fucking hurt. It's like, you know when you pinch like a bit of skin, it's like really like, I don't know, it's just really hurt.
Put lotion
So
on
stop doing it, G.
No, it's just pissing me off being that.
it. Put lotion on
Just
it.
fucking leave it at that, G.
No, it's triggering me. I'll just,
Put
no pain, no
lotion
gain.
on it.
Lotion? I don't have any lotion.
That-
What do you mean by lotion, like moisturizer?
Yeah, that works too.
Oh.
Make
Well,
out
I have
like
that somewhere, but I'm just across my room. I can't be club to move. I'll just suffer with the pain.
You don't keep lotion next to your computer?
No?
Bro,
Ugh,
what the fuck?
that's
I'm
fucking
joking.
weird.
I'm joking.
Like pretty much,
Uh,
you resisting is like what kind of brought this.
I didn't resist anything
deeper in.
actually. Who's talking?
Do you want this guy out of cuffs? So he's
Yeah,
not
I
sitting
could
in
not
cuffs?
see you on your
I
camera.
do want to get out of
Like
cuffs
this.
actually.
I'm trying to go to the cuffs, my man. Where the fuck did the FBI guy go?
He's over there talking to
I have a
somebody.
whole story for this. He told me I was resisting, but he didn't show me his credentials or tell me why to face away. So, technically, it's not resistment.
Isn't he a Fed?
I don't know.
Last time I checked, federal can't really enforce local laws.
He didn't.
without- Local law enforcement present.
Okay, so when he got here, he was like a regular civ, looking around. And he came up to me, and he told me to face away. I asked him why. He said face away, or I'll add on to resisting. And then I asked him why again, and he finally popped out his credentials, and I complied. And I asked why.
Last time I checked, someone can correct me if I'm wrong, but feds can't enforce local laws unless local law enforcement's there.
Well,
I
I'm
don't
in
know.
cuffs, so.
I could be wrong though.
You can ask him right here. Maybe he'll know.
Somebody
I
got
don't.
fact
I don't. I don't know. I don't. I'm not in the FBI, so I don't know.
Yeah, not
Somebody
really.
fact check that.
The FBI hasn't detained him, but just for your information.
Or DOJ. So I don't know. I
Hey,
don't,
correct me if
yeah.
I'm wrong, but you guys can't enforce local laws unless we're there with you. Correct me if I'm wrong.
No, you're
Oh.
incorrect.
Okay.
Anyways,
I'm speaking with the governor. He's on his way down there.
Oh,
Okay.
fuck off, man.
god damn
No,
it.
he's gonna leave.
Oh, never mind. It got.
kinda tiring.
Hey, do you want this guy out of cuffs?
No,
Or do you want
I
him
don't.
still there? Okay.
You can stay in cuffs for now.
I do want our cuffs actually.
Well, I'll
Like
note your
this hurt.
objection. I don't know what you want me to tell you. I've just said that I don't want you to be out of cuffs. But yeah, I understand. It's not fun being in cuffs.
Is the governor being escorted, I assume? Or is he just driving here?
I think his chief of something is coming down. That's like the deputy chief of LAPD, like his advisor or some shit. Is coming over here.
His Black Hawk will be here soon.
I don't think.
Yeah,
I don't think.
I think he's coming down as the assistant chief. I don't know if he's coming down as governor.
Yeah, because like his
Right.
like chief advisor or some fucking shit is coming down,
Oh,
which
this
is the
guy
chief
also
of
said.
LAPD or something. I don't know.
This guy also said he was
what
gonna
his title
arrest
is?
me because I was giving him attitude.
Whoa.
Holy shit.
Bruh.
What is going on?
They're crashing.
Bro, there's so many people up here. Oh, hello.
The hell?
Sorry about that.
Welcome back.
Thanks. Just a second. Everything's loading. Oh, hello. Right. Where have we got up to? Oh, sorry. Excuse woman.
Who's that?
Where have we gotten up to?
We're
going
just
nowhere.
the governor's LAPD advisor or some shit that's coming down. It's like assistant chief Rodriguez or something coming down. So
Hello, Burns.
Come
he
over
should
here.
be here any minute.
Okay, hold on. They say
I don't
shit
know when
about
he's gonna be
everybody
here, but he'll
else's
be here.
guns,
He's here.
but not Austin.
He's here.
Yeah,
He's here.
fucking fantastic.
How do you know? Is that him?
That's
I would
probably
assume that's
his
him.
old ass Crown Vic.
Oh yeah.
Yep, there's 4 people
Yep.
in there, 3 people in there. That's definitely him.
God damn. I don't know if they
People
want
wear
me over there. I don't know if I
sunglasses
should
on the
step
back
over
of their
there or not.
head.
This is weird.
Do they?
Perfect time to be streaming, actually.
I'm gonna stay here for a second. They're walking away.
Now, I did remember something.
Alright.
I was having a conversation with the dude, and he told me he would add on to arrestment, if that's what, if I kept giving him attitude. Kinda hurts my feelings.
Crazy. He's above my pay grade, so.
Well, the only problem I have with him is he asked me to turn around without showing me credentials or giving me a reason why. Then saying he would arrest me if I resisted.
This whole thing is messed up.
Why not? Honestly, I should be out of cuffs already.
I'm trying to get you out of them, bro.
I know. You're such a nice guy.
I have a cousin who works for public safety, so.
I could magically guess who that is.
Very easy.
Yeah, it's not, definitely not like your hairstyles are the same.
Hairstyles are not the same, the fuck?
It's fine, hair color.
Yeah, hair color's almost the same.
It's that light gray tint in it.
No, I'm old.
Yeah.
He's young.
What?
I'm old. He's young. He doesn't have gray.
Actually, he does. It's either
No, he
gray
doesn't.
or it's shiny. He uses
Very
good
black.
conditioner.
Very black hair.
Well, last time I looked at it, it was shiny.
And very curly hair, too.
Oh, you also have curly hair, so-
With a nice goatee. And some blue line tattoos.
Shocking.
Bro is flexing his STPS
I
getting
actually think he applied for HR today, too.
Oh, did he? Well, as HR supervisor, I may have to go look at that later. If I get out of these cuffs.
Real.
Oh, fucking.
Who is this FBI agent?
I don't
Honestly,
fucking.
why is she coming? missed
What the
that.
heck
No.
are you- What the heck are you? Oh shit. What the fuck? Messages.
Well, I'm probably gonna head out.
Okay. You're all good. I'll
Well, now
stay
they're walking
here.
back over here into my.
Hi Austin, how's your day been?
It's been good.
How's it going?
What's up?
So what's going on?
I was called here by Agent Hicks,
Agent's criminal.
special agent,
Sorry, no.
assistant
They
director,
can't continue.
whatever the hell you are. Anyways, I was told to come down here because obviously
Hold on.
Mr. Williams is in
Hold on.
cuffs. Oh,
Who are
okay.
you?
That's a security person, but
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah. Security.
Okay.
Damn, this whole time I thought you were PD.
Nope.
Anyways, as I was saying, I got called down here because Mike was arrested, or not arrested. I'm sorry, detained for open carrying. I believe it was misinformation. He gave the agent saying that this was not a contracted property, but it is. Also something about along the lines of this being public.
Binding legal
I'm so
contract
sorry.
for the property.
Yep, I forwarded the list of all of them to Hicks and Burns.
Okay, but do you have not just a list, but do you have an actual binding legal contract to be here? Like a list isn't
In
binding legal
character,
contract.
yes, but there's no point in having an actual Google Doc if that's what you're referring to, because there's nobody that can sign it, and there's no point in making one if there's not an officially owned business, because doing that would mean me having to fill up my Google Drive, and I don't have storage in my Google Drive to have like 50 unofficial contracts that are signed by fake people. But yes, we do offer patrol services for all the contracts that I've listed to Burns and Hicks.
Okay, so that's where you're in a pickle, because there needs to be a physical, legally binding contract that allows you guys to be here. Like, there can't be just a list of places where you guys are allowed to be. And said contract has to list specifically where your contract is to be. It can't list a general area of properties.
Okay,
Like,
I'm about to
from
offer
the list that I
Austin
saw,
for me to
it
just
says-
hold the drive because I have like 2 terabytes.
So am I supposed
My
to?
God.
So I'm real quick. Are you telling me that I need to spend hours and hours of my time, which I barely have because I work 6 days a week and I have school in my head? You know, I have to sit through and use hours of my time to go through and write a contract up for each individual property when it's not even officially owned, and it will probably change in the near future when our hybrid world gets released. That's a little
Well, no,
outrageous.
because you can have a template that you use for whatever properties you're contracting out to, and all you have to do with that template is
I do have a
list
template.
Okay, so at that point you just
Using-
with
but
that
you
template,
making-
you use the
I don't have storage in my
address
Google
of the
Drive for that.
property.
I don't have storage in my
Okay,
Google
so
Drive for that.
no, you don't make a copy for each contract you have. You
Okay.
put the address of record for whatever place you're at, and then save that as a PDF file. And now you have that documentation listed here, and
So
you
you're
list
saying-
that into here.
Can I put
So
every? Are you saying to make one document listing every property? Like, wait.
No, hold on. I understand.
So hold on. Let me.
Hold on.
You've seen one of my contracts, right? Haven't you, Rodriguez? I've sent you one of them, haven't I? Like, you've seen what they look like, or?
I believe I've seen in SOP, and policies and procedures or whatnot, but I don't think I've seen an actual legally binding contract for
So
the
here,
property.
let's see.
So, like, for example,
funny
you
if I pass
have
out.
your template
Lock my
for
knees and pass out.
whatever contract for the contracts that you have with businesses, right? You use that template, put the name, like the location, the address of where that location is, and then have that signed. You can either, since this doesn't have an official owner, it's not a certified business, this parking garage, you can get that signed by the civilian director, staff leads, whoever you go through to get it signed, preferably civilian director, since they handle businesses and whatnot. and are your direct line of chain of command before the staff team.
Can't wait for the staff meeting in the morning.
So
You can
do I have
assign
to
that.
use the template
Wait for the staff meeting
and make
tomorrow.
however many of them and have the list like the property address listed on each? Or
Well, yeah, because it's a separate property for each contract would be counted towards a separate property.
so every ammunition I have to have a separate thing for.
Yes.
What I recommend
'cause
you
it's
could
not-
do is use it, have a in your Discord, just make a what's it called, like a forum channel. I just add all your
Yeah, it
comments
doesn't
in
even have
there.
to be saved as a PDF. You can screenshot the
yeah.
specific track, kind of like how the executive order is. It's screenshotted from the document, and then we reuse that same document over and over
Just
again.
quickly, does some LEO here want to go back in the server? I think there's about 4 LEO in the city.
Well,
And there was like
yeah,
3-on-1
then that
calls
goes back to my
over.
previous point to where I'd have to use my time where I'd rather be used to be, having fun to write and like to make dozens of copies of the same template and just list each
Well, I mean,
individual address.
That's what you signed
So
up for, though. Running a security company, like that's
Actually, I
literally
was an owner and staff leads that these properties are up for grabs that you wouldn't have to have an official contract for them because of the not being officially owned. There's nothing.
Okay, but
there's nobody that actually signed them.
At the end of the day, this is all in character.
Rodriguez is trying
We need
so
contract
hard
for
to
that.
defend
We
himself.
need to have physical proof of you being able to be contracted here because
Though
we're
the
here
proof
to
is in the
enforce
Discord,
law as law
is it
enforcement,
not?
though. Okay,
Yeah.
but a
Okay,
list
hold on.
of specific properties is not a contract, though. It's a list of properties. We need a physical contract saying that you guys are allowed to be here, not just a list of properties that you have that says, "Oh, we have contracts here." That's totally two different things. Like, yes, these properties are up for grabs.
If
Like,
it's all in
civilian
character,
directors-
I can just do /me gives you contract with documented proof that we're allowed to be here. Can I not? Because there has to be a loophole around that because it's not
No,
fair to me.
because
It's not fair to me when this whole executive order shit gets put into effect. I was hoping I cleared this up with you in that ticket that I talked to you with earlier. That wasn't like
And that's the
necessary.
thing, though, and
I'll be
in that
back. I gotta
ticket,
go
I
do something.
explained like twice that if you would have came through civilian directors to get your business approved and shit like that, we could have avoided this whole mess, and we would have told you all of this from the jump. Like, this is what the problem is. Like, this is why we keep running into constant issues, because everything you do, you're not running it through our team, you're running it through the staff leads and your brother. Like, that's why we keep running into these issues, because you're not getting the proper information because you're not going through the right channels. Like, all of this would have been explained had you came through us and, through the proper channels, but we need an actual contract. Like, law enforcement needs actual contracts to say, like, you guys are allowed to be here, because if and when shit like this does go to court, because I'm more than sure if the agent proceeds with filing charges because he was open carrying and you guys don't have proof of contract for the property, if he fights this in court, the court is going to need, as the representative of the courts as well, like, we need that physical contract for you guys to be here, not just /me saying you guys are allowed to be here. Like, it's all a part of the role play. I mean, it's kind of what you signed up for, being a business owner, being a owner of a private security company at that. Like, it's not as simple as /me hands documentation. Like, there's going to need to be actual proof of said documentation.
Right. I wanna say this one thing. All right, and I'm not saying this in any offensive way, but what if this becomes so much of an issue? Why didn't you just reach out to us if you know that we needed to do this?
I'm sure something like
Rodriguez,
that.
I sent you a template. Can you go through and tell me if
Yeah.
there's anything that would
Let
need
me
to be
answer his
changed? to that?
question really quick, though, since
Yep.
he decided to butt in. But the main problem is that this business was not anything approved by our team. So we had to act on our own will and add in stipulations as the civilian director team, as the government, because all of this went around our heads. So we are still required to manage this company as the civilian directors team, as the government, because that's what we're here to do. So
I got a question real quick about
Hold on.
Okay, yeah.
So if all of this would have came to us in the beginning, like it was supposed to have came to us, then we would have completely avoided all of this mess and would have been able to lay all this down the first time.
Let's just
when
change what I'm
it
leaving
was
to our bomb
getting-
pool to go to. I recommend some units detach from this and also helps the panic and other situations occurring. But I'm going to detach from this and I'll leave it in Agent Burns' hands to do what he needs to do with the situation. Also, I think this has changed from an in-character situation to an out-of-character discussion.
Okay. So yeah, if it was all brought to us in the beginning, we would have laid all of our rules and our stipulations and what we require as one, a civilian director team, two, as the government, the law of California, because California law, especially when it comes to private security companies and shit like that, is entirely different from how it's recognized throughout the United States.
Right. Okay. Can I say this one thing real quick, Austin? So if let's say we would have to contract all of these. How much time would you give us to do these contracts? Because we have a shit ton of contracts.
Well, you have a shit ton of quote-unquote contracted properties, but I mean, from what I'm getting, having this discussion with all of you guys, like, there's no actual contracts here. So
That's what I'm saying. Like, how much time would you give us to make actual contracts?
That's not up to me. It's completely up to whoever decides to enforce the executive order, because the executive order has been out for some time now. And this business has been up for some time now, so you guys should have already had said things. So that's why my main point is if you guys, or if this would have came through us directly instead of around us so that we can actually approve it, we would have had all of that figured out and out of the way. So these contracts should have already been made and been put out there for you guys to be, used and following and shit like that. So I mean, really, that really just isn't up to me. It's up to whoever decides to enforce the executive order. Like, I mean, and I assume, Austin, you have an entire team of leadership and whatnot to help you get the ball rolling on that. So I mean, I don't think it should all be on you. I mean, you have an entire team of leadership and management or whatever to help you with that. Like, you're not.
I'm a very I do have a team of leadership. However, I'm very mistrusting, or not mistrusting. I feel like if I let somebody else do it, it's either not gonna get done because Joseph is busy with a fuck ton of other things, like his job IRL. He's working so much, and then I got Flint that's super busy too with other stuff. So I mean, and that's my only concern. That I don't know if he's gonna be able to get everything
taking a fucking
done
phone
properly.
call.
I don't know if he's gonna make the list properly. I don't know if he's gonna make format the contract properly and all that stuff. So if that's the way, if I do, and I still do not believe that they would get done right, I like to make sure it gets done properly. So I like to do it myself. That's just how I was raised. If you want something done right, do it yourself. And now, right, if you were telling me is that, I mean, that's what you're telling me, so that's the way it has to be. I'm not gonna argue that. So if you're telling me I gotta write contracts, I'll write contracts. I'll have to find time to do it. But just I would like to mention that I do apologize for going around and above your guys' head. I don't want you to think it's me going straight to my brother. My brother, I did not even really go to my brother at all about this because he doesn't really override or approve anything for me to do because, well, he's not allowed to per the rules that were told, like, given to him by, like, Knight, Mude, and Carrot when he was brought on as an owner. It's really, I thought, as from my understanding, SAS cars were still in game, and just this fucking guy in the big ass food truck, annoying ass motherfucker.
What the fuck?
I was under the assumption that SAS was still a company just with no personnel because it was listed as in the current business
vehicle?
in the current business's channel.
Hey,
They
you
still
want
had the
ice
Discord, they still had their uniforms, and they still had their cars.
Yeah,
in the
go
game.
give me
So
a bomb pop.
it was my mistake for kind of taking ownership and revamping everything. Is that what I needed approval from CDs for? Or like,
No.
I'm just confused. I don't know.
I mean, yeah, so like entirely this company, it was completely inactive for months, and then out of nowhere, from our point of view, it was switched from SAS Security, which already had set out guidelines by Knight, who ran the company, to someone who was regularly on the staff team, which we had no idea was gonna come in and start running the company. And this company is entirely different from how SAS ran their company. You guys are completely California based. So that means now we have to go in and have you guys abiding by the California laws in terms
That's
of
why
what
before
we allow and what we don't allow.
that's why before I open like this, I've been planning for South Coast for fucking since probably December or November, probably. And I've done
thank you.
tremendous amounts
guys
of
wanna
research.
go?
And the whole reason I started working on this is
I gotta watch out.
I thought SAS was still an active company because it shut down like 4 months before I started showing interest, and asked like Joseph, which was the owner, after Night. I asked Joseph if I could own it. He said ask Knight, so I asked Knight. Knight said I could own it and run it as long as I operate under California law. So that's why I started figuring out how the open carry thing was going to work. So I looked up, because at South Coast IRL they open carry, and I figured out how they open carry is with BSIS permits. Let's open carry on their like while they're on duty as security, doing
Yeah, in
security
accordance
things.
to California law, yeah.
Yeah. So
Undercover guy.
Didn't my car get hit?
anyways,
Yes, it did.
I assumed
What?
that
The
I
guy
would
was
need
like-
approval from. Well, first of all, staff leads told the lead vehicle developer Hawkins to assign the developer to South Coast to make their car. So I thought that it was good on that part. I didn't know I would have to go through civilian directors also to get approval for these cars, especially since there's already SAS cars that
Had this guy
these just
let me go.
replaced.
Now we have to wait some
Or-
time here, and I
As
have something
kinda
I have to go
explained in that
do,
ticket
but I
too,
can't
it's-
leave.
You don't just let any business have EUP and any business have cars or whatever the case is, or have any assets until you guys can prove your activity to us, and at that point we'll either approve or deny you guys having the pay stubs, having the cars, having the assets, or whatever else you guys need to help your business flourish. So that's
Yeah.
the basis we ran
It
off
doesn't need
of,
to
and
be
then
this serious.
Well, we
Oh
did for
my
the first
God.
month. We did not have
Civilian, look.
EUP or cars. Or well, we had a car. Wait,
Well,
no, yeah, we
it's a
had a
fucking
car
game.
that
It doesn't
Sam
have to be
put in
this
because
serious.
he put it in just as a joke to say, "Hey, Austin, look, I put a South Coast car in game for you." I was like, "Oh, okay, sure, cool." I don't know why he did that, but I was like, "Okay, cool." So I'll just use this, and then I made some weird security uniform, and I had that for like a month, and then I forgot how it went down, but they said I could have Flynn or somebody make UP for it to be added. But I did not go through civilian directors because I didn't really think or remember or think about that part going through you guys, which is kind of my mistake, I guess.
Which,
This is
I
what I
mean,
was wearing.
That was the bigger problem up until we started regulating it with the with the executive order and us in government and shit like that. Which, I mean, it's been cool up until really this point where we ran into this issue because someone started enforcing the executive order, which seems to have caused a little bit of an issue.
Yeah, your executive order.
I feel like I had an attitude kind of at the beginning. I want to apologize if it came off that way. I feel like I have an attitude, so I apologize for that part. I just was a little agitated, but now I'm good.
Could I say something about having individual contracts?
Sure.
Is it so? I don't know how the government system works, in a way, but is it possible to have like one contract but list every property, their location, etc.?
Technically speaking, no, just because the way businesses work, especially in California, there will be a corporate office, but each branch of that corporate business is owned by a different owner. So,
okay.
For Ammunition, for example, you have Ammunition is set up as a corporate business, but each business location is owned by someone separate. So you'd have to have that separate business owner on that contract with that different location because it's not in the same. It's not, it doesn't have the same address. It doesn't have the same number of contact. It doesn't have the same ownership. It doesn't have the same management, shit like that. So if we were to go to one Ammunition, we can't just say, oh, this one person owns the business. If someone decided to run the Ammunition and decided that they wanted to own multiple locations of the Ammunition across the map, then at that point you can put multiple addresses on one contract because now you have one point of contact for these contracted businesses.
Okay, that makes sense. All right, thank you.
Okay, I'm sorry. I was tapped out. I kind of like didn't hear half of that. So I just got back and
the question was if you guys can put multiple addresses for example, like the ammunition, how there's multiple locations. If you guys can put multiple addresses like of the ammunitions on one contract, and the answer to the question was no, just because in California, businesses like that are corporate businesses,
Why do we have a
meaning
3-star
like they
Tompkins
have
Plus? Doesn't it
one
go for, like,
corporate
5 or
location and then
6?
they branch out to other locations, and these other side locations have different owners. So there's not one main point of contact. So there would be, for example, this ammunition has one
People
owner,
still eating this stuff.
you know, the management or whatever,
What
and then
about-
the one in East LA would have a different owner with different management
you.
and different address, different point of contact, shit like that.
What about Walmart? Because Walmart doesn't have different owners; they just have different store managers. And I know Walmart's, depending on what region you're in,
What
like
about
all
Walmart?
that.
Yes,
I mean,
brother.
if we go based on how
Perfect
Walmart
time.
does
It's
it,
9/11.
I used to work
Well,
for Walmart.
Walmart is
like,
you know, they have a
Wild.
I know, right? I'm just gonna go check employee general. I'm not gonna look at this shit anymore.
go to, you would see the exact
Oh my
same security
God.
company
Look at
there.
employee general.
Also, real quick, could he get taken out of cuffs?
Well, that's not up to me. That's up to.
So
Hey,
up to-
Rodriguez, wanna look in general real quick?
Rodriguez. So are we saying?
Sure. Thank you.
My
Can
wrist
we
hurts.
not? Can I not go based
Oh,
off
yeah.
of how Walmart does it? Like the CEO, because this is like ammunition is basically like Walmart with guns. Is there not a loophole? Guys, that
Good live
you know what I
stream
mean? Instead of
showing
having,
how stupid the
like, I'm pretty sure there's like
guy
20
back then really
ammunitions
is.
across the map. Is there a way to just put 20 postals in one
430.
document other than making 20 documents? So it's easier for not just me, but also you, CDs, to sign. And also just like easier for these guys, my guys, to find and send to law enforcement if needed. Court if needed. Instead of finding the individual
I'm sorry,
contract.
I was dealing with some creep in general chat. Can you repeat that?
Didn't hear a single fucking
so
thing.
Is there a loophole where I could just put all postals of the ammunitions into one contract? I know you kind of already said no to that, but it not only would make it easier for me, it'd make it easier for you guys, it'd make it easier for the courts, and it'd make it easier for my guys to provide proof
This
of
wouldn't
contract
happen
of
if we
specific
didn't have the
property. Or
stupid
like,
executive order.
it's like, let's just
It
say
would've
we're
happened if
here
more
at 745,
people
we'd have
in
to go
Austin didn't
through
leave the
to
recruitment.
provide proof
I
to
mean,
law
I'm not
enforcement, and
blaming
we'd
it
have to
on
find
anyone,
the
but
specific
still.
745 contract location compared to just giving them a
How long
contract
has this
that
lasted?
has
Like
every
an hour?
postal of ammunition listed.
I don't know.
Because yeah,
I
it's
have
hard to
a
explain.
Proposition. Why don't you just make all of your contracts public in a forum channel, and then everyone has access to it, and then you can. Just
That's
go
what I
and
can.
file.
That's
So,
what I can do. But that,
with
but
that suggestion
list
right
isn't
there,
just
you would
gonna-
have
I'm
different
almost
forms, right?
in
So
2
you have
more
like ammunition
in an
contracts, and then you'll be
hour
able to list all the
and
contracts in there.
12 minutes.
I'm not
I'll be
opposed
at
to it.
5 days.
I'll go to Haley and seek his approval on that to allow
And
you
I
guys
think I can
to
apply for
have
LASD.
those specific contracts.
I'm really
but it's not something
focused
that I
on
can
having
I'll
this.
approve myself,
LASD is like
just
2
'cause
days.
It was a decision that
I
we
think
as civilian
FBI is
directors
5
made
days.
together, not just me as a whole.
No, FBI is
or me
25
as one
days.
person.
Oh.
Like for example,
Okay.
all
Who the fuck would play on a server for 25
liquor
days
stores. I don't really give a shit about liquor
straight?
stores.
That's
all
almost
like
like
the
me
20
trying to
of the
play
entities,
Elden
they're
Ring
all
for
under the same
my
company,
8
the
hours
same
I have.
owner.
No, it's
So
15
is there
days.
like
Okay.
that's
Well,
They're
still,
under the
all
same CEO,
ammunitions,
yes,
all
but
Fleeca
again,
banks,
it's
How many hours is that?
I guess
they're-
shotgun outlets or whatever the fuck they're called.
I spent like
they
a
have
week
different
playing
owners, for
Elden Ring
example.
as soon
So
as I
like,
got it.
again, they
and
have
I'm,
a
like,
main
at 80
CEO,
or
like a
93
main
hours.
CEO, and then they
Dude,
have
it's
different owners of
360
different
hours.
locations.
Yeah,
I
but
have
just
not-
like you said for
that
Walmart,
is
like Walmart
higher
has
than
the
my
same
5M
security company
hours,
for
I
damn
think.
near every
I
location.
mean, it's lower than my almost
That's
3 hours.
it could be the same thing for
I have 600 hours on this game.
here. If that does that make
Actually,
sense?
go
I don't.
I want to know. Tell me if anything interesting happens, or if anybody's talking to me. So, on this game. What is it? It's like 2007. Source SDK. 850.3 hours. Okay. And on my 3, I have 566.4.
We'll send
So it is
personnel to work at the location based on
It's less.
the contract that's
Less.
signed for that specific location.
All right, how about I go ahead and open a civilian? Oh shit! How about I open a CD ticket?
I'm going to sleep.
We kind
whenever
of
this
summarize
problem
what we
gets solved,
discussed here,
and
and
whenever I bring my garbage and my
I guess
recycling bin down
see
my
what
fucking
you guys would
driveway.
want to do and approve or deny the whole thing of allowing me to put
And if I fucking go to jail,
like postals of
bullshit,
all
and
locations.
I think
with
that'd be
different
best
specific
so that we
contract.
and I have
can
to make a new
all the
character.
civilian directors
I'm
can talk
just
and
changing
give all their input.
1 or 2 letters and spelling Williams
Instead of
a different way.
instead of having fucking
Williams
like
with an
20
A.
different
I
documents
already have
for
Williams
yeah.
with an A.
just one company.
What, another
Damn it.
one?
So
And then it'd
add
be even
another
worse
L.
for 24/7s and LTDs because fuck, like who knows how many of those
And then
there
I'll
are? Like
change the
probably
hairstyle.
50.
yeah,
50 documents compared to one document.
Actually, I'm not going to
Seems
change
a
hairstyle,
lot
'cause I
more
wanna
better to
keep
me.
my same character
Oh, what's up?
that's on
Here
that
comes
billboard of
Sanchez.
HQ.
What?
Hi Sanchez, we're just saying hi.
Blood.
We're just talking about I guess I got confused yet again with this whole new executive order.
yeah. So
We're
they
kinda
got me out
squared
the
away.
office.
How's it going,
Bruh.
Chief?
Someone look in
Good,
general
good.
right now. Somebody mod.
What
please.
what general?
The regular
main
general in
Discord.
Malibu.
Main Discord. There's another fucking creep in there.
There's a what? There's people what? EO paint? Is that what I heard?
Who cares about that we're out of
What
you're
the
out of
fuck?
character?
What the fuck?
What?
Delete that shit? Oh,
What?
in general. What the fuck?
What?
I'll check that one. Look in general of main Discord.
What's?
No mind, it's deleted.
Oh damn it!
It was like a black guy with his dick out, and then a Fortnite one. Fortnite
Anyways,
skin with
awesome.
his
But
dick
it
out.
does come down to making individual contracts. I definitely
Yeah,
help you with that.
Terrible.
And I've done it before on other servers.
Can Raj? Okay, I only have one working monitor. If you have like 2 monitors, whoever's a mod here, can you just have the welcome channel pulled up on your fucking monitor to catch any other creeps that might join?
Because suicidal up is.
That's
Yeah, no,
crazy.
I have
General
general
saying.
chat open right now. I just
Oh, okay,
wasn't
or
paying
that.
attention.
Fucking crazy.
Okay, I'm gonna open a CD ticket.
Can't wait to go to Palace City.
I'll
Yeah,
just
CD
put-
ticket would be
I'll
best
ask-
so we can fully
I'll
discuss in there.
still
I mean, I'll leave it up to Burns on if he wants to go through with an arrest for what happened here.
I didn't
don't
even do
know
none.
if he's still trying to pursue or what he wants to do. That's completely up to him. He's
Yep.
federal, and I'm here as a local, but I mean, he is still completely within his right to enforce the executive order because you
Mississippi State.
technically don't have a contract for this specific property, but again, that's all up to
8:30.
But in the future reference with these contracts, you need to list the specific properties in which you guys are contracted to be at, and then if said property
fourth
doesn't
block.
have an actual owner, just come to civilian director so we can put approved by CDs or whatever the case is for you guys to protect here, and then we'll go from there.
Just go up to the guy and say, please don't arrest me, I'm sorry.
What?
I'm gonna go up to the guy and say, please don't arrest me, I'm sorry, it will never happen again. I promise. Pinky promise with my cherries on top. Austin, don't let them take me away. Please.
Also, I'm pretty sure the Fed that cuffed him left.
No, I'm still
No,
here.
he's alright. He's in the bean.
Is it Burns?
Yeah, it's Burns.
I'm still here.
Hey, Burns.
Hello.
Hi.
Okay. What do you think of that, Rod? I just opened a ticket. If you want to read what I said, something short and sweet.
Okay, I'm gonna ask this in character because this is we're kind of just a standstill here, and you guys are talking out of character. So, our charges are going to be pressed on this sergeant.
That is up to the agent right over there.
Burns.
The ATF Burns.
Burns.
He's
What?
an ATF agent?
What?
It's not even
He's
actual
asking
FBI.
if you're taking him to jail.
You're really
or not.
quiet, by the way. This guy with 2 stripes.
My bad. My bad.
He's asking if you're gonna take him to jail.
I'm gonna check his firearm and all that. We're gonna have all that checked, and then I'm gonna have a very stern conversation with him about his fucking resisting, and then we'll
I
move
did
from there.
not resist.
Yeah.
Don't even go there. Right? Is his firearm all checked out?
Yeah, I'm taking it now, right now. I don't see the make.
What is the
All
make
right.
model?
Otherwise, I'm gonna head out of here.
Oh.
You know, I can actually give you an actual serial number because
they're
all these are
so,
registered in
yeah.
CAD. I can give you a serial number if you need it, like in
shit.
you know.
Yeah,
in
we'll
character-wise.
get through.
Oh,
each of them.
Wait.
And cars better go bye bye.
I don't fucking care. I don't really care, honestly. I could chill. Who cares about your table? We can spawn back in.
If you run that serial number, it'll come back to the business in C80.
It's
Yep.
respectfully,
Alright,
it's his
well,
gun though.
Good luck to everyone.
What?
No, it's not,
I'm
it's
gonna head
company
out of
issue.
here.
Is
Yeah,
it
but
your
he
gun,
can,
Mike?
He can answer it.
Huh?
If it's company, okay. I'm just saying if it's company issue, it's a Glock 17. I don't. He can use personal firearms if he wants
I don't know
to.
when I'm leaving, actually.
Yeah.
Appreciate coming out here, Chief.
Oh my God. Mike, say Glock 17.
Huh?
Mike, say Glock 17.
Oh, it's not out of here.
Mike, and say 10 rounds. Say 10 rounds. No, say 9 rounds. Say 9 rounds in the magazine and say it's a Glock 17.
Hey, check your DMs.
that's a shit
Austin. Check your DMs, Austin. And anyways, I'm gonna head out of here, guys. You guys have fun. Good luck. Let me know what happens. But peace.
Yes, it's intact. SN is intact.
This contract is still a shit show.
This is a tough shit show. Alright, just answer that question.
Yo, Austin.
What?
Yeah, you gotta get some of that South Coast shit under
Did you get a
control.
serial
Like
number?
I'm trying to help you
I'm being detained.
I can't
with
Yeah,
the
no,
Legion
I-
shit. It's pissing people off.
Nope. Yeah, no, there was a, okay. Hollywood.
Yep.
Can you enter that serial number for them? Austin?
Hold on, somebody deleted the fucking business in CAD,
What's
so.
this man's
What's
name?
your name again?
Mike
Mike.
Williams.
what?
Mike Williams. That's it. Yeah.
Mr. Williams, do you remember the serial number on your firearm?
The owner has that. I don't remember my serial number.
So you don't know the serial number to your own firearm, okay?
No, I don't memorize my own.
Who would know the serial number to their own firearm? That's
Why would I
some
memorize my
bullshit.
serial number?
Just bear with me.
Ask the owner, he'll give it to you, everything's registered. Why is he gonna give me a stern
What's
talking
that
to?
serial number again?
Why would he give me a stern talking to about resisting?
Just don't resist. Don't just deal with it. That's.
I will.
He's gonna be weird.
I know. This entire fucking scene's weird. Anyway, stop me. So as soon as I get out of these cars, I can just explain to him that's not resisting? Or should I just walk away? Probably just walk away.
Do you have the exposed firearms permit? as part of your security because it's not on your it's not on your NCIC.
I mean, anything you ask me, you're gonna have to ask the owner. I have no clue what woods you're talking about.
He's looking up Mike Williams. You have to make sure he's not looking up your right name, Williams. He's misspelling it.
Are you spelling my last name right?
Jesus.
Yeah,
Christ.
Mike Williams.
With a U instead of an A?
What?
Fucking idiot.
Mike Williams with a U instead of an A? Terrible.
That is quite a weird way to spell Williams.
Try.
That is an interesting way of spelling. I wish you would have told me sooner.
Well, you didn't ask for the spelling.
Yeah, you know, I can't even access the fucking agents. Hello, can I talk to you over here? Or do you even need an answer from me? Because I can't even open my own fucking business records here because my computer-aided dispatch system here is completely bonkers and fucked up.
Yeah, you're good, man.
So I can't provide you a serial number because it doesn't let me access it because somebody fucked up everything when they got removed and fired. So they decided they were able to remove me from my own business in CAD, so now I can't even access it, and it's basically gone. So that's cool. I can't access any serial numbers, so I can't give anything like that. Just oh my god, this is annoying. I have to go through and fucking register everything again and delete the business and open it up again. Oh, Lord.
I mean, if I were you, just to recommend it, I would keep a paper trail of serial numbers and not just rely on the card. But
yeah, good idea. Just I fucking I don't like people that fuck with things like that on CAD. It's annoying.
okay, so here's where we are with charges and all that stuff. You're still basically from the entire conversation we just had. You're still liable for open carrying.
Is it just when they get hired, just DM them? Just
I'm gonna move you away from all these people so these lot can still talk, and then.
What'd you say?
Yeah, we'll walk.
I'm so sorry.
Your best bet when you hire them?
Walk this way.
Okay, so your charges are still applicable in regards to the open carrying.
No, the way it works is it's just there's like 10. There's 10 registered Glock 17s in my business CAD. But I can't access that business CAD anymore to provide a serial number because
issue that you had.
It's broken. It doesn't let me manage my own business, even though it says I'm the owner. It says I'm not whitelisted, so I can't access it. So I have to delete it, reopen it, and go through and spend another 30 minutes.
Did you show that to Rod?
I'm not looking forward
Smith?
to it.
Yeah, I do apologize for my attitude.
What do you say?
It may just be by the way I talk,
right now.
but I talk in a very...
He's on the phone with the recruiter?
I don't know, stern, maybe the way?
Alright, because
Mr.
I'm about to
Williams?
fucking... like, this is not okay.
I just like to say you need to know your own information, man. Because what if your owner wasn't?
I
here?
do
You'd be
need
able
to know my own information. I know.
And
That's
to be fair, that
ridiculous.
partly falls on you, and it also falls on the security, the training that you've been provided by your establishment. It seems there's been a lot of issues in regards to paper trails and like the official documents and whatnot. I'm not going to bother about the open carrying. However, I'm very concerned about how many times it took me to ask you to turn around before you finally comply with my order.
I didn't comply because I didn't see any credentials and you looked like a regular.
I asked you to turn around once without a badge on, and then I put a badge on immediately. You said, "How about now?" and asked you another 5 to 7 times to turn around, and you still failed to do
he's
so
a
until the
feisty
final
one, huh?
time. And then you started giving me a bunch of attitude, and I don't really appreciate it. And considering the line of work that you're in,
Oh boy. Rodriguez, I have a question.
Well, I do apologize about that.
Right, so I'm gonna confer with my supervisor, and then we're gonna see what we're gonna do with that, and move forward from there. Okay?
Okay.
Question about CAD. Hello.
I do have things to say about that, but I'll keep it to myself.
What?
Without resisting. Quote. I'll keep that to myself.
No, don't be argumentative.
I'm not.
Own up to your mistake, big man.
No, I'm keeping it to myself. Because it's just gonna land me in jail.
No, be respectful. Be, compliant.
I can't be respectful of the way that I talk.
What?
Okay.
Just
My tone of voice.
Just relax, sir. Just relax.
I am. That's the issue. It's my tone of voice that makes it sound like I have an attitude and I'm talking back. It's just the way that my voice is.
Oh boy. Did you apologize to
I did.
Agent?
Yes.
You did?
Yes.
Okay. Did you make sure did you clarify with him that you weren't trying to sound rude, that it is just your tone of voice?
Yes, I did say that.
Okay. So I'm gonna take my gun off so I don't get arrested, actually.
Yeah, probably smart.
He did say that it took me 5 to 6 times, 2-6, which means he's lying, to turn around after he showed me credentials, but it only took me 1 after he showed me credentials, because he looked like a regular civ.
Oh boy. Oh.
So my story is valid, his is not. And if I go to jail, then it's some bullshit. I'm not going to court because I don't do anything in court. I'm 17 and don't know shit about court.
Okay, so another thing that I'm gonna just bring up real quick. All of you were issued a BSIS exposed carry permit. Well, technically, from my research that I've done during this entire situation, you aren't technically exempted when moving between properties, so you technically do have to carry your firearms and have it inside of a locked container inside of a motor vehicle, unless you're on an authorized, predetermined security route, which is another thing that you're probably going to need to set up if you want to just carry your firearms between properties. And the female over there, I don't know what your name is, I'm just going to address you as the female officer. You rocked up onto this scene with your firearm out. I told you to put it away. Then you started giving me a bunch of lip about how the firearm wasn't even on your person when it was on your hip, okay? And then eventually, after being told a couple of times to go just put it in your charger, you then decided to do so. So I would recommend to you, Mr. Owner, to get your policies and stuff and maybe get a legal advisor, because this has just been, quite frankly, a bit of a shit show. But whether or not your security officer is going to jail is going to be something that I'm going to decide in a moment. I'm not quite fond of the way that he didn't comply immediately after a badge was presented and then started to give me some lip, despite his apology, okay?
Huh?
Yeah.
What does he mean?
Are you asking me or him?
That was for everybody.
Okay. Yep.
Thank you. Very, very good speech.
Thank you, Director.
Well constructed.
My supervisor didn't pick up. However, his former statement was to proceed with charges. It was his advisement. I'm going to see if I can contact him again and see if it's changed.
It's just the tone of voice that I have. If I'm relaxed, it's the same tone of voice. Because I'm calm and chill, and then people take it as an attitude. And then I talk fast, and it keeps getting faster, which makes it sound like I'm talking back. I have the same issue with my parents. I have the same issue
I didn't
with
even give him attitude when he told me. I just said that, like, earlier that I did slash me to myself, that I put my gun in my car. I didn't even give him attitude.
I wish I had a clip of it, or I was recording when he said after he showed credentials, I was resisting. I wish I had a clip of that. But I don't think they're gonna go based off body cam that I have. So they're gonna ask for the video. All this could have been avoided had I just left when I was wanting to leave.
We're gonna go CHP just killed Hex.
Okay, I'm gonna just put a written warning on your thing saying that you were resisting arrest or detainment. I'm not gonna proceed with formal charges. If you do it again to me, I will arrest you. Okay?
Yes, sir.
You stay safe and stop open carrying. Have a good day, folks.
Will do. Have a good day. Some fucking bullshit.
Dude.
Stay safe, fellas.
I'm so fucking done.
Are you hopping off?
I have to. It's past my bedtime.
You have a bedtime? I didn't know that.
I have, well, technically my bedtime's at 11, but I don't know, dude. After this shit show, I don't even want to be on anymore. I don't even want to be on as security or get in contact with any cops. Just pisses me off.
Tomorrow?
Huh?
Tomorrow we want to hop on?
I don't fucking know. It's just the tone of voice that I have. Like, Jack, Howard, you, Estes, and other people get into fights with me because you guys all think I'm talking back because of the tone of my voice. It's late. I'm kind of tired. I kind of want to go to sleep and watch Vampire Diaries. Something like that. It's a good show. And it's just the night tone of voice. It's like the tone of voice I have in the morning. And people take it as, oh, you're getting an attitude, you're talking back. I'm talking really fucking fast because that's what I do. My body is not stable and it wants to move all over the place. Some people say I have a lisp, or it sounds like that, and I get it. Some people say I'm British, which I'm not. But the tone of voice just makes it sound like I get an attitude, I'm talking back. It's the way I speak, I cannot help it. So it's their own goddamn fault that the game pissed off because of it. And with the new executive order, they should have been more specific with how we're able to do things.
Okay. That announcement is in no way, shape, or form directed towards anybody here. It's not directed towards Randy, although Randy should not have put what he did in general. But I need people to stay out of things like this. Don't be just. People need to learn to let me contact and talk with these people in a nice, like, calm, professional manner so I can come up with a good resolution that still lets us be open and open carry and all that shit.
Yeah.
If people say stuff like this is the dumbest shit, blah blah blah, that's just gonna make people retaliate more.
You see, that's why I stay quiet.
Jesus.
Because I would have just said something in my tone of voice that would infuriate people. so I stayed quiet the entire time. He told me I need to get my facts straight within the department if I'm gonna have those stripes on my shoulders. So apparently I need to remember and memorize all of the contracts we have. Memorize my serial number for some reason. I need to memorize everything.
I just, on my side, when he told me to remove my holster, I didn't give an attitude. I'm just saying. What the fuck earrings?
I mean, makes for a good video.
Mm.
Is South Coast Public Safety Recruitment gone wrong? I don't like your hairstyle. Looks like shit.
Shut up.
I look like shit from the front. Not too bad from the back.
I see where I have to wear where I find the earrings. Are they props?
What?
I don't see what earrings look on here. Oh, I found it.
Well, if you're gonna have earrings, you have to keep them tidy. Not something that will fly off. Like, do what the military does, like studs or pearls. That's what professional and tidy is.
Ah, yes.
No. Because see, if you're running, you know.
All right, what the fuck happened? Jesus Christ.
I'm no longer in cuffs. I got a stern talking to about my my resistment, when I will say I didn't tell him this because it would have gotten me arrested, but I told him about my tone of voice and how it's natural and it may sound like I'm talking back or I'm getting an attitude, but it's not. I'm totally calm, a little bit pissed off, but I'm chill. He told me that I resisted arrest by him telling me.
No, okay, but I'm talking about like what happened to the point where fucking wait, hold on, I gotta go.
Okay. The cops just need to stop fucking with us. Why are you carrying me?
I don't know.
How did you do that?
Flash drag.
Come here.
No. No.
I'm just gonna test it, dude. Come here. I'm live streaming. I can't do anything fucking stupid with some of stuff. My fucking god, it doesn't add the slash. Oh, so this is how I can detain people. Fuck off.
I didn't see the marshmallow peeps and you.
Huh? Oh, okay.
What are we doing?
Good question. That lasted an hour and 10 minutes.
Were you timing that?
No, I started recording near like when I first sat down. over at the circle. Before everybody started coming over and crowding into one big area. So it was like an hour and 30 minutes, kind of.
I honestly don't like it. I honestly kind of like this hairstyle. It's kind of good. And I've been on for 2 hours.
How long have I been on for? Let's see, 3 hours? Nope, 4 hours.
I'm surprised you have a bedtime.
Actually, my curfew's technically 11. I'm
You have
surprised it's not 11 yet.
Yeah, you have an hour.
No.
And 14.
Yeah, pretty much. Thank you. I need to go take my garbage can recycling bin down to the street. If I didn't get detained, it would have still been light out, so I would be able to see what the fuck I'm doing. But now I have to go put on a sweatshirt and drag 2 cans down my fucking steep ass driveway.
Why a sweatshirt? Is it cold?
Yeah, it's cold at night. I also never got my gun back.
Mike, what did you post on your YouTube?
I didn't post anything on YouTube yet.
Okay, I would advise heavily against that. Why? Because that can get us into shit. That can get me into shit. That can get you into shit. That can get this entire Discord into shit. That can get everybody involved into shit. That can get this company shut down. That can get my almost a year of work starting this up shut down. We need to avoid anything like that.
Nobody's gonna see it.
If it's on your YouTube channel, they can find it. I assure you they can. They found many other videos on Malibu easily. I've gotten banned for people posting stuff like that on the YouTube channel. I don't want that to happen to you. I don't want that to happen to anybody that might have been involved.
Poor content.
I have no idea. I just need to